Hey guys, me host Superstar, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's Cyborg Spider-Man. So this is Cyborg Spider-Man, a cybernetic version of Spider-Man from Earth 616. And I had this figure as a child. That's the exciting part here. I remember the original version of this. I think I had it until not that long ago, to be honest. And then when I moved out, my parents threw away a lot of old stuff. I'm pretty sure this was in there with them. I used to have a big box of figures, and I'm pretty sure this would have been one of them. But yes, it's a cybernetic Spider-Man. The only difference from when I were a kid is that he's got a closed fisticuff hand now, whereas when I were a kid it was an open palm hand, like a throttling hand. So that's probably the only difference I can tell from this one and the old one. It's just a modernised version, so that's really cool. It's on that new Spider-Man body as well by the looks of things. So this looks really cool, and I can't wait to dive in and get this out of the packaging. But first of all, let's take a look at the packaging itself. It's got the classic Spider-Man logo there that we all remember from the 90s. Spider-Man. And it's got the Marvel Comics retro logo there on the side. Other than that, it has the artist rendering shot there, saying the Cybernetic Enhancement Spider-Man. Then on the back, it says Cyborg Spider-Man with a little write-up, which does state, Cyborg Spider-Man has enhanced cybernetic capabilities in addition to all the powers of Earth 616 Spider-Man. Web-slinging, wall-crawling, heightened spider sensors. Villains are no match for this spider advanced cyborg technology. Yes, it wasn't 616. Sorry, 616 is the regular Peter Parker, or the famous Peter Parker, the one we're used to the most. I'm lost. I can hear all the inbox collectors crying right now as I snip away at this packaging. I can hear them all crying out in terror. Alright, so we have another fisticuff hand for Spidey as well. So we've got the thwip hand and we've got the closed hand. And of course we've got the usual spider accessory. Which we've had 1,000 times at this point, but one more won't hurt. Okay. So here he is out of the packaging, looking pretty swish, guys. I really like this figure a lot. I've been dying to get my hands on this one. Oh, he's a little bit loose already at the top there, isn't he? A bit wobbly. But I've been dying to get my hands on this figure since it was announced because it's just such a retro classic to me. Like I said, I remember having this as a kid, so I've been wanting this back ever since they announced it. I love it. I don't think mine back in the day had this armor piece, though. So anyway, let's take a look. So the head is on a ball joint, so you can make him look down, up, left, and right. The arms do lift up at that top hinge and also rotate. There's also a butterfly hinge there as well, which is nice. There's a double hinged elbow on there that also rotates. And the hands are on ball joints. There is the abdomen crunch there, so you can crunch him backwards and forwards, as well as a further waist swivel. Legs do lift out, as well as forwards, backwards, top thigh cut, double hinged knees, boot cut, as well as rocker and pivot in the feet. He does have holes in his feet should you wish to use a display base as well. Not that you're going to need to, because he's very articulated, so he's going to be very easily sort of usable. I am going to change over that hand though for the fisticuffed hand. I very rarely keep the thwip hands on Spider-Man. I would have liked maybe an open palm hand so I could steady him, or use that hand to like hold onto a wall or something. That's where we always miss out with Spider-Man. We always seem to get thwip hands and fisticuff hands. I'd love a deluxe Spider-Man that comes with multiple variants of hands. As daft as that sounds, but just for posing. Spider-Man always lands with his hands on the ground in that sort of position. We never get those hands for him. But this figure's very poseable and very articulate. I'm just messing around with him now and he looks very cool. I'm loving that cybernetic eye as well. That's a very cool thing. Yeah, they have done a great job with this one actually. It does feel very nice. That belt as well, it's moulded to it, but it is movable. You can move it up and down should you want to, so it will rise up. If you lift his legs up, it will rise up out of the way and stuff like that. It's not removable though, that's a shame. And it does look a little bit unfinished with that just that buckle there. It would have been nice to have the spider emblem in there, I think, just to give it a little something. And like I said, I don't remember that shoulder piece being on my original figure, but it probably was. It's probably just my memory. Ooh. Sorry, excuse me.
Mr. Grinch.
Oh, get rid of that. But guys, yeah, what are your thoughts on this figure? Is it one that you like? I'd love to hear back from you guys. Is it something you're familiar with? We'll have a discussion about where this comes from and stuff like that when we go to the desk cam. I'm just kind of getting him in a little pose here. But yeah, I really like this Spidey. He's very cool. For something very different. As well, it comes with that awesome retro card back, so it is in keeping with its retro sort of 90s feel and stuff. I'm loving this series, and I hope we do get more figures in this line. I still think there's plenty more that we could get. I know we've got Black Cat and J. Jonah Jameson on the way, but I would also love them to give us, Morbius, Blade, give us more from the cartoon, because they had looks that were specific to the cartoon. Because before long we're going to get probably a few Michael Morbiuses because of the movie and things, and the delayment and stuff. We might get a few more of those. But I'd like to see a Michael Morbius with suction hands rather than fangs. I think that'd be cool. And then, of course, we've got the whip wire, which we've used 1,000 times before. It's the same one that comes with every Spider-Man, more or less. Need to turn that on silent when I'm recording. But guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head on down to the desk cam to give you guys an up-close personal look at Cybernetic Spider-Man. Just to give you guys a heads up for those who are not in the know, the Cyborg Spider-Man is from Earth 2818 and is introduced during the Spider's battle with Khan, where the origin of his implants are never really explained. He is destroyed at the hands of Deimos. Ooh. Before Khan came to this Earth, Superior Spider-Man of Earth 616 warned Spider-Man Cyborg about Khan. Later, Khan rarely came and fought Spider-Cyborg, but then Superior Spider-Man appeared and defeated the villain. Then he joined the Superior Spider-Man's team to defeat Khan, and once and for all, but destroyed by Deimos when the Inheritors invaded their home base on Earth 928 and had retreated to Earth 13. He has all the powers, seemingly, of those from Earth 616 as Peter Parker, but with cybernetic enhancements. And again, abilities, seemingly those of the Peter Parker from Earth 616. Cyborg Spider-Man's left eye being a red lens is a nod to his appearance in Spider-Man number 21, which has been labelled Cyborg Spider-Man in toy marketing and Spider-Man Unlimited. He does normally have a sonic cannon, which hasn't been featured this time round in the Marvel Legends figure, but I believe the original figure did come with like a weapon, if I remember rightly. But guys, that's a little bit of who's this guy and where's he from, but let's get on with reviewing the figure. Alright guys, here he is out of the packaging, looking awesome. Like I said, I love this figure. It's so nostalgic to me to have this one, and I'm so grateful to have him back in my collection after all these years. Well, and I know it's a remake, but it feels so comfortable. It feels like I've just gained a figure back from childhood, and it's because it's a modernized version. It's so cool. Basically, if you saw me as a kid, this was the number one figure I had. I had this one, and I had the Wolverine that had the mutant. Was it the mutant plague thing going on with him from the cartoon? And he was like it was like a almost naked Wolverine, really, with like claws and things on. Or was that I can't remember if that was his Weapon X costume. Maybe I can't remember now. But yeah, I used to have those two Wolverines. Sorry, that Wolverine and this Spider-Man, and those two used to go on so many adventures around my bedroom. And I used to have so much fun with them two figures, so this is so nostalgic to have back. If I could get a modernized version of that Wolverine as well and make stop animation, I would. Because I'd love to make stop animation, I'm no good at it. I don't have the patience. But looking at this guy, it is so perfectly done. The sculpting is perfect. The beautiful paintwork on this is very nice as well. I love what they've done to make this figure. And I know I'm very biased because obviously I love this figure so much, but it is so cool. And there's my Black Widow custom at the side of it. So you can see the heights. If she wants to stand today, yes she does. And of course then I've got my Punisher custom that I like to add in as well. So you can see the sizing, which is very good. It's very well sized. And if you still want to pick up this figure, you can do it. It's still available for pre-order over on Zavvi website, zavvi.com. Please do check them out, and please you do use my discount code if you do purchase it. I will leave a link down below for you that will take you direct to the Zavvi website where you can purchase it or pre-order it. It does get released on the 30th of January on Zavvi's website, so you can put that order in now and still receive one for $19.99 and use my discount code SuperSorrel10 and get 10% off. Check out the links down below, guys, where you will find all my discount codes and things like that, and affiliate links if you want to help the channel. That's the best way of doing it. I don't have a Patreon or anything like that. I don't believe in it. But I do believe in the affiliate stuff, so it doesn't cost you anything. It only costs Zavvi to pay me for sending you guys to them. So if you wouldn't mind helping out the channel, if you're going to purchase one anyway, but you need to maybe get one a little bit later, because they are readily available right now over on comicsandcocktails.co.uk, as well as In Demand Toys and Kapow Toys as well. I believe I've got them. So please do check out their websites as well. I do recommend those websites. They don't pay me to say this. I just like giving them a shout out because I really, really like those websites as well. That's where I usually pre-order all my goodies. But as a new affiliate of Zavvi, I would love it if you checked out the link in the description. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Let's head on back to the main cam and finish off this video. But guys, what are your thoughts on this Spider-Man? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this review today, please make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new around here, you hit subscribe. Leave us an awesome comment down below. As you do see, we do shout people out quite regular. I am getting back on that now, so please make sure you leave us comments down below and you could be shouted out in the next video. If you do want a shout out as well, it's always worth putting, please give me a shout out, SuperSorrel, and I'll always try and get you on the screen as quickly as possible. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you're looking forward to having a wonderful holiday season with your family. I know I'm looking forward to it as well. It's going to be fun, but I've still got some great content coming up on the channel next week that you're not going to want to miss, including some gremlins. So make sure you stick around for that. But guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, SuperSorrel, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you. Bye!